But that's his logic. It's these surahs I like. Those surahs, they're fake. But then the community at large saying, by what authority do you say they're fake? Because it doesn't agree with his theological assumption. And that's, again, we all do that. For example, as a Muslim, because you did not believe Jesus is God in the flesh, guess what you're going to do to my Bible? Which you Muslims do. You then go and quote those verses of the Bible that agree with the Quran. And those verses that contradict, you say corruption. So you're doing a Marcionite move on the Bible. How different is it? When there's a verse in the Bible that contradicts the Quran, what do you say about it?
See, but that's my whole thing. This is my whole thing. I'm not
But
like,
then you're doing what
but I'm not
Marcion.
like trashing.
No, we don't get it from
my parents are Christians.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about if Jesus said any of this stuff.
Like what? Yeah. Well,
Anything
let's
he
say-
even said.
He
Okay,
said, I and the Father are one.
Let me say that.
I was going to ask him why he was unsure.
But here I wanted to talk to that. So you're sure that when the Quran quotes what Jesus said in the Quran by a man who comes 600 years after the birth of Jesus, and he's quoting him in Arabic, the language that Jesus didn't speak, but you're sure that Jesus said those words? Because of what?
I spent years. It's not like nothing new. Like
but so you okay with that?
It's not like nothing new. I was going to church twice a week. Yeah, I was into it. But I'm just saying, after a while, I started believing in a lot of it. I'm like, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if this is true or not. And then I don't even know if Jesus died on the cross. This is just me doing my own historical research.
What circles you have to reject it? But before you even answer that question, let's come back to the first one. Do you deny anything that Jesus said in the Quran?
No, I don't.
Even though it comes from Muhammad, 600 years removed from Jesus, and didn't know the eyewitnesses, and didn't meet Jesus while he's on earth.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
No, but even though, right?
Yeah.
But even with, I'm just to finish the point, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, even someone like Bart Ehrman who's a skeptic, well, these are first century writings. No doubt about it. He doesn't believe Matthew wrote Matthew, Mark wrote Mark. He doesn't believe they're inspired. But he goes, as an historian, one certain thing I can tell you, these are first century accounts written within 40 to 60 years after Jesus' crucifixion.
Yeah.
So if these documents are in first century, when the generations eyewitnesses are still there, and you still question them, but then you're telling me I'm going to take the word of someone 600 years later who did not know the eyewitnesses.
No, but this is
Why?
This is after 4 years of.
Yeah, but why?
I'm
Why
after
did you
church
tell
like
someone 600
2015. But then this is like years of research on my own, and I came to the conclusion that they must have been corrupted. The Bible.
On what grounds?
I don't know. I couldn't believe the Noah's flood story.
But it's in the Quran, dude.
No,
I'm
I'm talking about
confused,
the
man.
children of Ham part. I couldn't believe that.
What does it say about the children?
You can't use that verse and say all the black people.
Can I give you $10 million? I'll give you $10 million if you show me in Genesis 9 where Ham was cursed.
He said he was.
No, cursed be Canaan.
But that's not how the historically it's been
Forget
read.
them. You're going by the Bible. You said you rejected the Bible.
No, but the
Where
whole
does
life.
it say cursed be Ham?
No, but I'm just saying. It says, but I thought it said Christian.
No, cursed be Canaan. In
No.
Canaan, they were a race of Caucasians. They were not even black, meaning their skin color. If you're going to go by their skin color historically, they were not black. So that's
The Canaan, I know, but that's
Okay,
historically.
but can I ask you a question? You believe that deed?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then if I show you from Bukhari that Muhammad owned black slaves and sold black slaves, and then it says, according to Qadiyat, As-Shifa, he said, if anyone says that Muhammad is a black man, kill him. You gonna be okay with that? If I show you those hadiths? No statements? See, why is it inconsistency, man?
No, but-
You use one criterion
That's a good
to
question.
reject the Bible, but then the same criterion applied? Oh, why?
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. That was like, there's other things. There's not just one.
What about Muhammad saying, someone says, I'm a black man, kill him? If you,
Does it
he
say that? Does it say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, sure.
Could
Yeah,
I ask you
As-Shifa,
something in
yeah.
advance? In all honesty, Victor, if he shows you that, will you be okay with it?
I sold black slaves and all this. You go
Oh, I already know
Will
that
you
part.
be okay
Oh, you
with
know
it?
that part?
Yeah.
No, the other part I was
Black
asking
slaves
about.
and he bought black slaves?
Yeah.
Are you okay with it?
No, but some of them were, he was training for the
Oh,
Muslims.
so you're okay though?
Yeah.
You're okay with it?
You can't even.
Even though it makes it
Wait.
the issue of the skin color says black, why even mention their skin color? Why even say black? Why not just say slave?
Well, there was after, but
But why say skin color?
I don't know. But that's what. But I'm just saying, you can't throw.
Does the Bible ever do that?
Yeah,
For
does
the
it always
black
say the
slaves?
black slaves or the white
The
slaves?
answer is no.
But they do define between
guys, get a minute to
Gentiles.
talk.
But they do define between Gentiles
Yeah, but
and regular slaves, like regular.
Captain's war.
So there was so with the Jewish slaves, you could free in 7 years.
But it doesn't
But the
say-
But it's
Gentiles,
very easy
So it
to
doesn't anything about black slaves, it doesn't.
it doesn't prefer, but it does differentiate
Okay, but
ethnicity
you
wise.
understand
But
why?
not just one particular race point.
Let me
down,
address
that's
that.
wrong.
Let me
That's
address
not
about
true.
race,
He's saying,
It's about
he's saying Gentiles. Okay, let's go with the logic. The Gentiles that you're referring to who sacrificed children to their gods and goddesses. The Gentiles that you're referring to committed bestiality, homosexuality. The Gentiles that you're referring to committed incest and worship gods and goddesses. So your main thing that God could have done is have them enslaved by the Israelites to now have a moral restraint. Because now when the Israelites are controlling you, you can't go around murdering children and committing bestiality.
Now, what was this all?
Yeah, the Gentiles, of course, they were characterized by that. Human sacrifice was common across the
Oh, I
world.
know that.
Okay, so
That's
and
all
then-
over the world.
And then also they would have sexual orgies to appease their gods and goddesses. So the reason why God said you free a Hebrew Israelite, not a Gentile, because part of the judgment is that this is their punishment for living such a decadent, hedonistic, immoral life. And that becomes a moral restraint because now you've constrained that evil spreading like gangrene and destroying others. And it ends up actually protecting the children who otherwise could be sacrificed and killed for gods and goddesses. So let's see the broader picture. Not just look at snippets, but still, even with that said, why would in the Quran in chapter 4 verse 20 allow Muslims, when they attack, let's say, Jews and Christians, and take married women captive, it says then you can have sex with? Why? What's their crime? They're not idolaters. They don't commit bestiality. They don't commit homosexuality.
But the Bible says the same thing.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Let me show you. No.
No, when the armies were marching into the province
I'm
land,
giving you the verse.
And they what was those?
Deuteronomy 21, 10 and 14. I'm telling you, no, it doesn't. Deuteronomy 21, 10 and 14 says, if you find a captive woman, you find her attractive, you give her a month to mourn. She is to shave her head, right? And give her a month to mourn the death of her loved ones. Make sure she changes her clothes of captivity. Then afterwards, you marry her. And if there's something you dislike, you divorce her and send her off. And you cannot sell her because you've humiliated her. That's not in the Quran. The Quran says if a married woman's taken captive, you can have sex with her and sell her even if her husband's alive. You're comparing apples and pineapple. That's chapter 4, verse 24. You want me to read it for you?
Wait. No,
So which is more humane?
You know what groups I'm talking about? The ones
There
where
isn't. I'm telling you.
they're going into the
And there
promised
isn't
land.
there. Nowhere does it say you take a woman captive who's married.
But
you
that was
ravish
all
her.
the virgins, though. They kept all the virgins.
No, you're my friend.
No,
Numbers
wait.
31, 15, 18. You're taken out of that context
Can
too.
we get the Bible together?
I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Numbers 31, 15, 18. Which you misquoted again. I know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the context of that?
Wait.
I gave you the context of the Quran, but you didn't.
I
guess.
think that has something to do with the past.
No, I know with the past.
Yeah.
It had to do with a group of women. This is number. I'm giving you the context. Numbers 25, Numbers 30. A group of Moabite and Midianite women enticed Israelite men to have orgies with them in worship of Baal. God said, wipe them out, but spare the virgins, because the virgins were not culpable. They did not entice them.
But what
to
about
commit
the
orgies.
but what about the virgin boys?
Okay, now let's go with that.
What about the 6-year-old boy?
Very easy.
And 10-year-old. Yeah.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
You want to answer? Even though you skirted 424 notice, you still didn't answer.
What's 44? I don't even know what it says.
Let me give you the Quran.
Same, I brought up the youth if you want to look at it.
Ethan, here, let me show.
What book is it from?
Their last
And then
one.
it's soft.
I don't know if I should.
What book is it from?
When they last
on the top right here.
The reason why I pulled away is because he said 3. It's 23. So
Ibn Musa. I never heard that one.
you want here?
What book is it from?
It's from Chef. It's Ash-Shifa, Kadiyat Ash-Shifa.
Yeah, I would have to look that up.
Look
See if
here.
it's true or not.
Now this is the verse I kept mentioning, but you kept running into the Bible. Also prohibited to your wife.
Whoa, wait, there's nothing wrong with this.
The read.
And also prohibited to you are married women.
Except
those your right hand.
there's nothing wrong with that?
This
Let's
women-
ask the women if there's nothing wrong with that. Woman, this Muslim man attacks you, you're married.
Wait.
Quran says that you're married, he can still have sex with you and sell you off. No, you sure you won't be okay with it? Sucks big deal. Quran says he can do it.
Let me read the whole.
Yeah, read it, please.
Wait.
It doesn't change the context. Conveniently, now for this, you want context. I like that.
What prohibited to you are your. See, this makes sense. Your mothers.
Yeah, keep reading.
Your sisters.
And that doesn't explain away that part. Keep reading. Doesn't explain away that part. Now read 24. You jumped there.
Well, I'm
In
reading
the
it.
context.
Wait. So if I have a servant, wait, this is
It's not a
just.
servant. If
This
you
is
take
just.
someone captive who's married, you can have sex with them.
Whoa, wait. If we no, this is just.
It is
So I've been
just?
reading about this.
Just
This is
If he
just.
takes you captive, you're married, he can have sex with you. It's just. You heard it, right?
This is
And this is
just.
not abrogated. This is still binding.
Wait, this is just. You know
Be
why?
careful this guy comes to your area.
You know why?
Is it just to do that?
in American slavery, we saw how
What's that got to do with this?
American
book that's
slavery.
from-
No, this is the way that in American slavery we saw that the people would have sex with the slaves,
We're not
but the
talking
kids
about
would
it.
still be slaves
But you're not
and
talking
sold
about,
off.
You're not. See, you're changing subject.
But if the same,
No, read
but
it.
you're,
Married
but you're,
woman, except you.
wait,
A married
wait.
woman who's your captive,
But
you
if
can
you
have
look at
sex
the-
with her.
But if you look at this, it says if I have a captive woman,
That's
I
married.
can allow to marry her.
No, it doesn't say that. Don't misread it. Stuck for
wait.
a lot of it.
Oh,
Don't
wait,
misread
also-
it. Read it again. You can't have sex with a married woman except if she's a captive woman. That means if you take a captive woman married, you can have sex with her. Read it. This is Sunan Abu Dawood, number 2150 for the context of the hadith, and Ibn Kathir.
Wait.
You wanna bring up Sunan Abu Dawud?
Wait. So how is this? Oh wait. So I don't
I
understand.
can't when I got the camera though.
Okay, I'm out of here.
All right. You have a good day.
Leave him?
I'm gonna see you, brother.
We'll see you later?
Yeah, I'll see you.
Oh, you have a good day.
So you okay with that?
Wait. Say if
Okay, let
I
me give
have.
you practical.
Say if I have literally. Okay, I have a captive. Say-
No, my friend, you're not listening. You're trying to defend
If I
somebody.
have a captive
my line?
woman,
That's married.
Where's my love, bro? Yeah, I see how you are. You
you're on the camera, though.
people for that blonde hair white man. I see what's up, bro.
Yeah,
Roll camera.
Tell him I said what's up. I got to be cameraman.
Oh, yeah,
Tell him it's reparations.
Even when your father was alive. Are you?
Hey, I want to meet him.
Tell me before God.
Wait. It's they attacked.
Okay, jihad fi sabilillah. Jihad.
Yeah.
I come and I attack. I take your mother who's married captive, and I take your sister who's married captive, and then we have sex with her. You okay with this? Please answer direct. Don't do the tap dance.
Technically, you wouldn't be okay with it
Okay,
because
good.
that happened to your
That makes
family.
sense.
But that's the honest
fine.
human answer if it happened to your family.
424, but that's what you have to do in jihad because they are not. So thank you, at least you're honest. Now, if you want to still believe it, that's between you and God. You have the freedom of choice.
But
The difference with the Old Testament, that's about Israelite history. This is a command that's still binding on you if you have.
no, but I'm just saying that we have historical evidences around the world.
For what?
People still use the Old Testament for law.
People use it for a lot of things.
I know.
ISIS does it. Are you okay with it?
I'm not okay with ISIS,
Okay, but are you? But they use it.
but they could do crazy things still.
Oh, but those same crazy people just use the Bible. Why are you blaming the Bible?
But I'm just saying
But I
that
didn't
some
misuse
people,
it. I gave you the ayah.
but I'm saying like some people don't believe that the Old Testament is just Old Testament. They do apply.
How? The new Jesus told us that we follow his law. Even your Quran said, this is your Quran. I'm going with your Quran. We are Ahl al-Injil, the people of the gospel, meaning we follow the gospel. That's chapter 5 of the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah 47. You want me to show it to you? We don't follow, we're not Ahl al-Torah. We are Ahl al-Injil.
But I thought we just said, Jesus said that you're supposed to follow the Old and the New.
No, Jesus said you follow him as he fulfills and perfects the old.
No, but I thought he said
No, he didn't. Do not think
you
that
have to
China-
believe in every. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Saint
talking
John
about.
Tittle.
It's not
Yeah.
John
You're
Tittle.
misquoting. Okay, but
Yeah.
here. And here, I'm going to read your Quran 3:50. And I have come confirming was before me of the Torah, and to make lawful for you some of what's forbidden to me. So now, he says the Torah is true, but now I will make halal what was haram. So who do I follow? If there's something haram in the Torah, and Jesus says, I make it halal, who do I follow now? What Jesus says or what the Torah says? According to your Quran. Who do I follow?
But
And I have come confirming what's before me of the Torah, and to make lawful for you some of what's forbidden to you. That means if Jesus comes and I'm a Jew, the Torah says this is haram, this is unlawful. Jesus says, I make it lawful. So
Yeah.
if I fear Allah and I follow Isa, do I then follow what he says is now okay, or I say, no, Isa, I still keep the Torah?
to follow what he said.
Okay, that's my point. Even that passage you're quoting, finish it. It's not Matthew 5. Then read it. You have heard it was said, but I say to you.
Wait, because
I
I'm
say-
only saying this because you guys have Jewish Christians who say that they have to follow all the Old
Yeah, they
Testament,
can say
all the
what they want.
360 laws. Or
They can say
all
what
the laws there
they
is.
can't follow.
So, but just know it's not just Jewish Christians. Those people, even in the Old Testament, we refer to them as Judaizers. They try to put the whole of the
Yeah.
Old Covenant upon New Covenant believers. But if you read, it's a beautiful passage. If you read Acts 15, it's not a stump you or anything. If you read Acts 15, it deals partially with this because what was happening in the early church, they didn't know what to do with all those new Christians that were coming in, right? And some of the Judaizers were trying to do just what you said. So I'm not denying that people have done that. I totally agree there. And they said, you got to follow this, you got to do this, you got to be circumcised, you can't eat that, right? Do all this stuff. They had a council and said, we're not going to put that, which we know our forefathers have been able to keep. Here's what you need to do. And it was a basic set of moral principles that the Gentile believers should live by. So that's out of pocket to do that because we're saved by grace through faith. But I hear you. We're
But I
not
want to read
denying
this
that.
too now.
But-
Listen,
but-
yeah.
but-
Read
okay.
546. Somebody.
Wait.
Read 546, 47.
What is this?
546.
So we think
47.
confirm. Oh,
Read it for us.
so we think following in the footsteps Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming which came before him in the Torah. So we gave him the gospel, which was guidance and light, and confirming that which proceedeth of the Torah as guidance and instruction for the righteous.
47.
And let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has
So
revealed.
if I
here.
follow Jesus,
and
I follow
whoever does
Torah
not
gospel.
judge by what Allah has revealed, it is those who are the defiantly disobedient.
So if I'm Ahl al-Injil, do I follow Torah or the gospel? If I'm a follower of Jesus, not the Jew who rejects Jesus.
What is the Torah? What is the gospel?
According to your Quran, it's what they had at that time.
I'm asking you, what is it?
Yeah, it's what I have.
What is it?
What I have, the New Testament. What I have.
Exactly. So you're saying the Torah is the New Testament?
No, you said Torah, and what is the New Testament? The gospel.
No. I ask you questions. What is the Torah
The Old
and what
Testament.
is the gospel?
The Old Testament. Yeah, and I answered the gospel. If you're listening more than debating, I answered you. Gospel, New Testament, Torah, Old
You
Testament.
did answer, to be fair.
We got to record it. So
Great.
don't debate if you're going to debate. You're asking, let me answer.
The Torah is
Yes. Is the Old Testament.
and the gospel is.
Is the New Testament.
So now what's your question?
Well, no, I wasn't listening to him.
Yeah, no, I'm his brother.
You're not
I don't know about that.
Would you allow me to answer?
Sure.
Good thing.
The question is, if I follow Isa, I follow his gospel. But if I reject Jesus, like the Jews do, then they're told in Surah Al-Ma'idah, read 545, read it for him, 43 to 46.
What was it again?
They follow the Torah.
Okay, so the Jews, they follow the Torah. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
I just
let
said-
me understand. Excuse my intelligence. Would you repeat? What are you
I'll
saying?
probably just ignore you completely if you keep it up.
They were having a
Awesome.
great conversation.
Yeah, but yeah,
I humbly request, don't change the
It's
tenor.
called a-
Let me finish.
human
Whatever.
shepherd.
Don't change
Whatever,
the
man.
tenor. They were.
No, I'm not.
You come over here and you're aggressive and you don't even know what I'm saying.
Okay, so the question.
I am requesting,
Hey, man.
please, don't
Okay,
change the tenor
so
the way you're
question.
doing.
So the Torah is the Old Testament and the Gospel is the New Testament. So which one do you follow?
I follow the New Testament.
What
because
about the
I'm
Old Testament?
I follow what Jesus tells me about the Old Testament.
But your Bible has both of them, right?
Yes.
So how is
why?
that?
Be very easy.
Why?
Want me to answer you, or are you arguing?
I'm answering.
Okay, be patient for the answer.
Sure.
Because the Old Testament points to Jesus, and
Yes.
Jesus says, "I now fulfill it. Now follow me." That's what he says in my New
So
Testament.
why are they in the same book?
Because the witness to Jesus is like asking you, Muhammad was sent by the God of Abraham. What evidence do you have?
No.
No,
not my question.
it's relevant. Yes, it is.
It's not. I'm asking you.
bye-bye.
You have
Wait,
both. You
can you
have
answer-
both.
can you
I
answer
don't
the
want to
You have
question?
debate
both
you.
in the Bible.
Bye-bye,
You
sir.
have both
I'm not
in one
debating.
book. You have both in one book.
Muhammad,
How
can you
come
answer
you follow
questions
few
too?
chapters? I'm answering.
Well,
You
but he said
follow.
he's not gonna answer.
How many chapters
That's a
the New
stranger
New
question.
Testament?
This isn't
You
what-
are you trying to fight with me here? I don't want to answer your question. You're debating.
How many chapters the New
Read
Testament?
chapter 5 for me.
How many chapters the New Testament?
Okay, read chapter 5, verse
How
2.
many chapters the New Testament?
I'm ignoring you. I don't know what else you want me to do.
Awesome. Great. I thought you were here to discuss and learn.
No, I'm not here to have someone not listen when he's asking a question.
Sure. I'm glad your camera records, which I know you're gonna edit it later. But
No,
I'm
we don't do what you guys
No. I'm asking you.
We
a
don't need to
question,
edit. It's
and you're not
example of bad
answering.
behavior. Just let it play out, bro.
Read
Whatever, man.
5:43 to 46.
43 to 46.
45, 43
Sure.
to 46.
Says, but how is that they come to you for judgment while they have the Torah and what the?
And I'm going to ask him a question.
What do you think's going on, brother George?
Yeah, I would love to see the San Diego Christians to be here every Saturday, every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. You have an obligation to come here, expose Islam, and share the gospel with Muslims and prevent the conversion of Islam. This is reality. They are here in your backyard. You Christians in San Diego, please do your job. Thank you.
All right. Anything else, brother?
It's an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity, and I get to talk to many people. They were approached by them, and we need to prevent them from knowing. I want them to know the truth about what Islam is.
Okay, so the Bible is perfect in every fact. Okay,
In every statement of fact.
Okay.
In other words, you cannot find a single contradiction
Okay.
to reality within the Bible.
okay, but there is contradictions in the Bible. You know that.
No.
Okay, so in 2 Kings 2.
Before you start, define a contradiction for me.
I'm gonna define.
No, define it before we start so we can have a
That's
thing.
fair, that's good. So let me ask you this: when you say one thing, if you tell me this guy right here, he's wearing a
John Calvin shirt.
John Calvin shirt. Is that what it is, John Calvin?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I was predestined to wear it too.
He's wearing a gray jacket. He's got a
See?
red and gray badge. All right.
Okay.
What's your name? What's your name?
Vocab.
No, what's your name?
Vocab.
Your name is Vocab.
Yeah.
Let's say he's 30 years old.
Okay. I like this guy.
Hey.
Hey. Let's just say.
It's just was your name really Vocab?
Yeah, you call me Cab for short.
Well, who names you Vocab?
It's like
fair?
my nickname.
Oh, what's your real name?
No one calls me my real
You
name.
go by Vocab, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I deal with Hebrew Israelites and they want to kill me, so I don't give them my real name.
Oh man, yeah.
No, seriously, that's why. I always tell Hebrew Israelites, Muslims are way more respectful than you guys.
I'll tell you.
They get mad when I say that, but I tell them, no, seriously, Muslims are way more respectful
Yeah,
than you guys.
What's
Honestly-
the bounty?
honestly,
I want to
okay.
decide if I should make a call.
Nah, they just, yeah, they
Honestly, Vocab, to be honest with you, me personally, I'm not like a big fan of this style of interaction because what it does is causes people to some people see the camera and then they start switching up. It's all genuine at first, and then when the camera comes, oh, let me just start trying to prove myself. Or sometimes the people that are interacting, sometimes it's not even gonna go anywhere because one person is trying to prove the other person wrong, the other person is
It can happen, I agree.
And in all honesty, to be honest with you, I'm here when I'm speaking. I speak with genuineness. And honestly, look, in Islam, in the Quran, Allah tells us, if you do not believe what's in this book, go into the world and see for yourself. Don't blind yourself and believe it. Don't just say,
where is that?
oh, it's a person. I'll pull it up for you.
you guys seem to be doing good though.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
Good conversation, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so the point that we got, but let me pull up the verse for you.
Some of the booth here. Item. Beneficial conversation.
Liar.
I left because that guy was playing
No,
with
no,
the
he's stupid.
camera.
Yeah, no, but we just humiliated.
You guys were having a really good conversation.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Nice on my friend. How are you? What's your name?
Oh, he's gonna run.
You want to get here? So he asked me a question. Is Allah? So my answer was, but Allah is not created. So he asked me another question. He asked, is the words of Allah created? I said, no. He said, two are not created, that means two gone. Well, this is just nonsense. Allah is not created, and this is simply tells you that none of his description, none of his attributes are created. Because how could Allah be not created, and then his part or his attribute or his description created? He's not created, that means his attribute and his description is not created. So I feel like I'm rapping right now. Exactly.
Will they enter into Jannah? Do you know the answer? Run. Will she enter into Jannah? Okay.
I don't think, my personal opinion, no.
What do you think disqualified them?
Their beliefs,
So if you have the wrong beliefs,
their beliefs. If you don't, you do is watch videos of them. They don't pray. They pray to the saints. They pray to saints. They're Shia saints. They pray to the saints. They worship Ali. That's the whole point of it.
All right.
They may say they don't, but they do. Because making dua like you're praying is a form of worship.
Right.
So that's why I would say no.
But what I was going to ask them is, if Shia are all Muslims, is he accused of being practicing? He accused them of practicing lies.
They do, yeah.
Because I mentioned Takia, and he said, "Do you know this?"
But that's more like that Shia thing, though.
Right, that's what he said.
Yeah.
So the reason I asked him, are Shia real Muslims? Because if he said yes, I was going to say, then you're saying real Muslims can lie as part of their religious practice.
Personally,
But you said no,
This
so
is
it's a
my
different,
personal
it's a
opinion.
different answer to you.
I'm not answering for the Muslims in the world. My personal opinion, I don't believe them. Just because I seen their practice, I watched the videos translated from Farsi to Arabic.
Right.
They do a lot of crazy things. Like
What about this?
they have an idol. I think this was in Pakistan or someone in Indo-Pak, I guess. They had an idol of Hussein's, was Prophet Muhammad peace be upon his grandson, in the masjid. We're crying to it. But you can't tell me that's worshiping God.
It sounds like idolatry to me, but I'm not vouching for their salvation.
It resembles Catholic saint stuff. Like,
Saint?
yeah.
What about
like do you believe people that pray to these saints and that saint instead of going to God?
Right.
You believe that's problematic.
Right.
If I went to
Do I? Oh, yeah, certainly, yeah.
If I went to the
Yeah.
statue of Saint, I'm not sure all the saints are. If I went to the statue,
Yeah.
and I'm praying to the
Help me,
saint.
St. Anthony. Yeah, no, Jesus is the one mediator between God and man. Timothy, sir. So we're on the same page about that.
Yeah.
Who do you think the one mediator is between God and man then?
I don't believe in the mediator. I believe the go to God directly. If I was gonna pray, see, that's what my whole problem was with Christianity.
Yeah.
When you need to pray, are you praying to say I want to pray? I'm always praying to Jesus as a Christian. But when I should be praying is to the Father or Yahweh, what we want to say. But that's my own problem. Like I didn't feel comfortable.
Maybe you're praying to?
I feel, to me, it feels like, why do we need to pray to a third party when we can go? Like I don't see the purpose of the crucifixion and the resurrection when we could go primarily to God Himself.
But who's the third party, though?
I don't believe there's a third party.
Me neither. I don't believe there's a third party.
I know, but when you pray, say if you're going to pray for something, like you're praying your mom's sick or something, would you pray to
Our Father,
Jesus?
who art in heaven,
Are you praying to?
Hallowed be thy
Are you
name.
praying to Yahweh?
thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Jesus is Yahweh.
Wait, how is Jesus Yahweh?
Because he's fully God.
No. It's three. It's Trinity. No.
He's very friendly. I know he's a good guy, but when other guy came attack you,
Wait, that's not his fault. You can't blame
come
him.
on, man.
Wait, but
I understand how that goes. But
the Trinity. You believe the Trinity? Because I was Apostolic Pentecostal. You said I was heretic. You heretic. Yeah,
Of course, you're a heretic.
you were, but you were a nice here.
Because you call the heretic if I was apostolic.
No, if you're apostolic, you're still a
You know, it's like modalism, right?
Yeah, that's true, but you were a nice heretic, right?
You can be a heretic.
So when I was apostolic, okay, so I'm saying. But when you believe in the Trinity, you believe that there's three partners,
Three persons.
all independent.
No, I never say
They
that.
cannot work independently.
I cannot do anything except for the Father. They're not independent.
But you said that when you pray, that you need to, why would Jesus Yahweh?
What do you mean? It's actually how is Jesus human? What do you ask?
Well, that's his ethic.
What do you ask? It's like,
Well, wait, so when Jesus was getting baptized
he's not
in
the
the
Father.
River Jordan, and he said that, and
Heard the voice from heaven.
Yeah.
And then the Spirit descended like a dove.
people.
No, there's three. There's three.
Of course, that's why
That's
Trinity.
perfect, brother.
3 persons.
Hold on, he got his point.
But
Great
then,
point.
but then how? No, it could be one person.
The Father is the voice, right? The Spirit is represented in the dove, and the Son is present.
How
being
can all three
baptized.
be one? Because you're assuming Yahweh can only be one person. Why? Why does Yahweh have to be one?
But I know what you're thinking.
No, but I'm asking you, so you never answer what I asked.
Why does he have?
Why
to
does
be
Yahweh
one?
have to be only one person?
Because that's not traditional.
Not Trinitarian.
Thought.
Not Trinitarianism. Your heresy taught that.
No.
Trinitarianism.
Wait.
Father, Son,
But
and
where? Okay, show me the Old Testament where there's Trinity.
Oh, that's
there.
Let me get the Bible and show you. Let me read.
But you said that. I'm not sure if it's the part where you said it was the angel of Abraham. I want to see if it's
Listen to me.
That's good. Listen.
Listen.
Even with the stuff you listen.
You said the angel, but I didn't see how that was the Trinity.
No, angel. Hold on. Can an angel claim to be God? Can an angel do what God does? Can an angel embody the essence? He's a creature. Jibreel? Can Jibreel say, I am Allah?
No.
Can Jibreel say, I fear?
No.
Can Allah say, my name is in him?
No.
Remember what you said, right?
But I'm just saying, because I don't know, so when I read that passage, I didn't see those.
Man drops it now. Okay, Exodus 23. Remember what you said. I'm almost what you said. Jibreel cannot say, I am Allah. Jibreel cannot say, I forgive you. And Allah will not say, my name is in him, right?
Okay.
Exodus 23:20-23. Let me read for you. Behold, I send an angel before you. This is God speaking. I send an angel before you to guard you on the way and to bring you to the place that I prepared. Pay careful attention to him and obey his voice. Do not rebel against him, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Explain that to me. Remember what you just said? No, before you change
Behold,
it.
I sent an angel before you to guard you
Don't
on the
change
way.
your argument.
And bring you to. I remember this angel. I remember this angel.
No, you don't, because you remember then you didn't ask me the question. I forgot.
Pay careful attention to him and obey his voice. Do not rebel against him.
For he
will not pardon. He will not pardon your transgressions.
Why?
For my name is in him.
But you just said for camera, an angel who's created like Gabriel, he cannot forgive sins, and Allah will not say my name is in him. God said this angel, my name is in him, and he
Now,
forgives
what does
sins.
my name is in
So you
him
change
mean?
it.
Is that like his spirit
It
or?
means my essence, my nature. Like when you say the al-asma wa sifat, the names of Allah and his characters.
Wait. And so who is this angel supposed to be today?
Well, before you ask me who the angel is, you first ask me to the Trinity. You at least agree. This is
Okay.
true. That's true. You at least agree.
You're saying his voice, okay, you're saying he is, my name is in him, that's the
Not only essence, he says, he will not forgive you. Oh, but Allah forgives sins. That's Surah Al-Imran 135. He says, he will not forgive your sins.
So his spirit is in whoever this angel
Why
is
do you
supposed to
keep
be.
I'll
So
give
wait,
you $1
so,
million if you show it.
okay. For whoever this angel is supposed to be,
He will not forgive
he will
you.
not forgive your sins. But it didn't. But
Change your argument earlier.
but if the forgiveness of sins is only with God, then how is this like that?
That's your proof of my point. How can an angel do what only God does if he doesn't bear the essence of God? That's my point.
Yeah.
That means he has to have the nature of God and can do what only God can do. And that he's distinct from God. Welcome to the wonderful world of the King.
Wait. But I'm just saying. But where does it show?
Brother, let's
How
show.
could? But how could? There could be three and one.
Because God is not a man. God
One
is
scene. So
why not? If God is multi-personal, why can't all three persons appear visibly so you know that God is not one person, though he's one God?
But wouldn't it be easier to think that?
Why would it be
It's kind of like with
the
the wait. So what the hell did it so many witnesses? They don't believe in the train. They believe in the Michael.
Yeah, they believe that God created through
But how is that different?
That's what they believe.
not
but that's
created.
not true.
The three are not created. But here,
Okay.
just so you can, 3:135 of the Quran. 3 for me. Who forgives?
Here, hold on.
Like 3:135.
Let me know if you need it.
3:135. And those who, when they commit, and those who, when they commit immorality or wrong themselves, remember Allah and seek forgiveness for their sins. Who can forgive sins except Allah?
You agree with that?
Yeah.
But then God said this angel will not forgive you. Why is God saying this angel does what only God can do according to your Quran? I'm still waiting for the answer.
Wait, but this one is saying that
Who can forgive sins except Allah? But God said this angel will not forgive you your sins. But your Quran says only God can forgive sins, which the Bible agrees. So how does the angel forgive sins if he's a creature like Jesus?
the creature wouldn't be able to forgive them.
What that angel does? Did we read it? Want to read it again?
No, it's in the
Okay, read it one more
creature
time.
forgives
Allahu
sins.
Akbar.
Exodus.
23:21. Look, you just read it. And I'm going to give you another one just so
Give me
you'll
all to keep track of.
All right.
But God thought that the first said that you're clean.
No, he will not forgive you if you mess with him. Just like Allah won't forgive you if you mess with him.
Implying he could. He has
And no,
Oh, okay.
So
I'll show you where he does
saying,
forgive.
he's saying he's not going to exercise the prerogative to forgive sins, but he has the ability to.
He has the ability.
Yeah.
But
That's what he's saying by that. He's saying it shows that he has the
Show him
prerogative to.
where he does forgive sins. Go to Zechariah chapter 3.
this is what the angel
Yes, the angel of the Lord. Zechariah chapter 3, verses 3 and 4. Read it and see now he does forgive sins. Zechariah 3,
chapter
verses 3 and 4.
Okay. Ready? Now Joshua
Let him see it too.
was standing before the Lord. I'm sorry. Now Joshua was standing before the angel, clothed with filthy garments. The angel said to those who were standing before him, remove the filthy garments from him. Then to him he said, behold, I have taken your iniquity away from you, and I will clothe you with pure vestments. Last verse I'll read. And I said, let them put a clean turban on his head. So they put a clean turban on his head and clothed him with garments. And the angel of the Lord is standing by. So the angel is the one who's doing this activity. He's giving the example where. Sam, I read the verse.
What did the
Checking
angel
it out.
say to the prophet? See, I have removed your sin. The angel said, why is the angel doing something only God can do? He didn't answer the question, and I love you. Come back to Jesus, the only hope for salvation.
now Joshua was standing before the angel clothed with garments, and the angel said to those standing before him, remove the filthy garments from him. That's what they're saying, removing the
And
sin.
we're not talking about Jesus.
And to him he said, behold, I was taking your iniquity away from you. I will clothe you with pure vestments.
He's speaking.
That was the angel's speech.
Okay, so now again, the angel not only won't forgive you for getting it, he will forgive you to plead with you. The Quran says only Allah forgives sins. So I want to know, how can this angel, if he's a creature, forgive sins, remove sins, and make you pure? So is he a creature?
I mean, he's created by God, yeah. That's good with this angel.
Then that means you have just created a contradiction because only God produced it. The angel for it.
Well, I'm going according to your book.
No, not my book, because my book agrees. Only God could produce
I'm saying according to the chapter and what it
So
says.
this
I'm just
angel
reading,
must be God,
I'm just
right?
reading it in context. I'm not trying to
This
jump.
angel must be God, right? Because he only does what God can. So we have to.
Well, but if you say the angel is God, then why don't you like when they say that Michael is Jesus?
Oh, because he
Because
created
if Michael was the name of Jesus, then we'd accept it. But it's not. His name is not Michael.
Yeah.
An angel in Hebrew and which was messenger. It's the word malach, angelos. It only means messenger. Jesus, being the Son of the Father, is the messenger of the Father. So the Father sends him with the Father's message. But this Son, because he's one with the Father, can do what only God can do. That's why this messenger is unique. All other messengers created, but him, no. He's the divine Son, one with the Father, who forgives sins, which is only something God can do, and embodies the name of God because he's not a creature.
So you believe that Jesus had pre-existence?
So Jesus said. Jesus said.
Wait, but this is what I'm okay. So
Jesus said.
how come they didn't? What's their whole belief that if you say that then the beginning of the Old Testament, one says the beginning was and they use like Elohim as a plural. I heard that people.
Yeah, we don't use that. I'm not using Elohim. That's not my argument. But here,
Okay.
do you believe when Jesus said, I just want you to tell me, don't. Okay, do you believe when Jesus says in John 17:5, read that for me, just 17:5. You're in chapter 17, read verse 5. Tell me if you believe it.
And now, Father, glorify me in your presence with the glory that I had with you before the world. So this is
Do you
saying.
believe Jesus was with the Father before the creation of the world? But he said he was.
Yeah.
So now you're going to tell me your Bible's corrupt.
Oh,
You did what Martian
but
did.
I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, my personal.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm just
So
saying.
can Muhammad say, now Allah, glorify me with the glory I had with you before the world was? Can Musa say that?
No, Moses didn't.
They can't say, right?
No.
But Jesus did.
So,
Explain that to me.
no, I'm just
Explain that
saying. But how do you, this is my thing, how do you know, what about if the author just wrote into
Okay,
this?
fine.
Let's say this.
But you're admitting when you say that, here's what you're doing. You're admitting, yeah, this verse is powerful. I can't refute it, so I'm not going to question whether you said it, which what I said you're going to do. Remember I said in the beginning of the conversation, you're going to be a Martian. What did Martian do? Let's go back.
Oh, wait.
Martian removed the verses he didn't like, and he only accepted the ones he did.
I know,
What
but-
did you just do?
But isn't this just
You're a
going
modern
on?
Martian, right?
No. But isn't this just going on pure faith? Like you have faith that.
Yeah, but just like when I asked you, Muhammad comes 600 years after Jesus. He tells you Jesus said X, Y, and Z in Arabic. And I say, hold on, Jesus didn't speak Arabic. Muhammad didn't know Jesus personally on earth and didn't meet the eyewitnesses. He's telling you 600 years later, Jesus said that. And I asked, do you believe that? You go, yes. So you're going to take the words of a man 600 years
Oh,
later,
I have a question.
but not documents in
No,
the first
I have a
century.
question. This is my. Wait, so when Jesus was on the cross died,
Yes.
and he's praying to
Yes.
the Father,
Yes.
do you believe that he was in his humanity?
No,
then?
Jesus as the Son of God prays to the Father because what is prayer? What's prayer? Tell me what prayer is.
Hey.
Is it communication?
Yeah.
If Jesus is not the Father, the Holy Spirit is not the Father, why would it shock you they would communicate one another? What we call prayer. What do three persons in love with one another do? Just look at each other in silence?
But then he said that they were the same. That Yahweh,
Same what? Not same person.
we be same essence.
Yes, so Yahweh
so
is more
heavenly
than one
essence.
person, even divine essence, what we call that.
So that could be technically Jesus when he comes down. Jesus doesn't come down.
And that's another question. Why do we go? Look at this.
Hopefully with second coming, when Jesus comes back.
Yeah.
That so technically there will be Jesus on earth or whatever he does. There'll be
No, and the Father will then eventually, now see, you keep saying Yahweh is it's only the Father. I'll give you an example. How a name can belong to more than one person. It says, and when this is the Bible, it says, when God created male and female, he called them Adam. That's what the Hebrew says. He called the male, female, Adam. So Hawa, Eve, was called Adam. Her husband's Adam. Genesis 5, verse 2. In the King James Version. But here you're going to say, I don't know if this translation, but the Hebrew says, it does say.
that's interesting. I never heard that.
Yeah,
one
let me show
before.
it to you.
They
The
like
Hebrew
glossed
says,
over it.
yeah, but maybe because your English translation may not show you that the Hebrew says Adam. The King James gives you the Hebrew, but anyway, that's fine. Genesis 5:2, read what their name is, and then it should have a footnote telling you the Hebrew
This
says.
is the book of the generations of Adam. When God created man, made him in the likeness of God, male and female. He created them. He blessed them with them and named them man.
Okay, man, but now what's the Hebrew word? Okay, what's the name of the Hebrew word? We should show you.
I don't know that.
It should say, see, Hebrew, what is it?
Adam.
So wait,
I never knew that.
Hawa was named Adam, right?
Yeah.
And her husband's name what?
Adam.
But hold on, that means Hawa was married to herself? She had sex
No,
with
they'll
herself?
be in there too.
Oh, so now the name can belong to more than one person.
I never knew that person.
Ah, so then why do you keep thinking Yahweh's one person? Getting close now. Go back to Jesus, the Son of God. Come back home, son. Jesus, now you come back.
Wait.
You
So
made a mistake.
no wait. But this is my question.
Yes.
But don't you believe that the God of the Old Testament is Yahweh?
Of course, but he's not one person. That's what I showed you in the Old Testament. The angel is Yahweh, God who sent him is Yahweh, and the Spirit is Yahweh.
So when Daniel was in, do you believe that when Daniel was in the fiery furnace,
That's the Son of God.
that was Jesus?
Yeah, the Son of God. The angel of the Lord is the Son of God. But see, that goes against you. Why does he go against you? In your Quran,
Oh yeah, I know. what you mean.
Allah has no son, right?
Yeah.
And yet here in the Old Testament, the angel of God is the Son of God, who they worship, and he saves the people of God. So then, not only is your Quran contradicting New Testament, it's contradicting Old Testament. So now I got two different sets of books against the witness of one man. And you want me to now reject these books for the witness of a man who comes 600 years later and speaks a language that the prophets did not speak. You really want me to stake my life on him? Come on, man. You're smarter than that, dude.
I know you. I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
Well, I hope you understand, because let me be honest. You rejecting a Jesus you did not know, or a prophet that you think is a true prophet. If you're wrong, you're going to have. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm going to help. Rethink what you do. Because I can be honest with you. You didn't study your faith long enough to make a decision. This is false, Islam is true. Because here, it said about Jesus praying. They won't tell you this, but in Arabic, and I hope you study Arabic so you get the truth. Your God, Allah prays.
See that one? Where do you guys get this from? Okay,
Chapter 2, but you don't read Arabic, right?
Wait.
I'll have them read Arabic. So
Wait.
2156.
Because I heard that translation.
It's not the Arabic word. Ask anyone. Salawat. If he speaks Arabic, ask him, what does salawat mean? Ask him, what does salawat mean? What does salah mean?
You should bring that up.
I can't, because when I went there, he said,
Because this is because I heard realism
he
is
said 3 people.
like you.
And
If
I
you
know-
bring this, if you bring it, like it's
I can't bring it up, you know why? Because he said 3.
one of the biggest contentions I see with
There is no condition. It's in the hadith. When in Ibn Kathir, on the ayah of 3356. Go and study it, please. Go and ask Imam Malik.
Because
What he
it's
said?
like,
Ibn Kathir on the exegesis of 3356. There, in Ibn Kathir, he says there's a hadith. They asked Moses, does your Lord pray? Allah says, yes, I do pray. And my prayer is my blessing. So he says, yes, I do.
But I heard in that verse, it's the blessing.
Forgive my brother.
That the word is a blessing.
The word for blessing is wonderful. You know, in your prayers 5 times a day, you say, only, Salli Muhammad ala Muhammad. And then you say, Allah, use the word Salli and Barakah. You say, oh Allah, send your Salah on Muhammad and the family of Muhammad, like you sent your Salah upon Ibrahim and his family, right? But then you say, no, but finish it. Oh Allah, send your blessing upon Muhammad and his family, like you sent it on Ibrahim and his family. In that very prayer, you're using Salah and Barakah. They can't mean the same thing. So then Barakah means blessing. So what does Salah mean? In that prayer 5 times a day, don't you say, Ya Allahumma Salli? Okay. You use Salah and you use Barakah. Okay, so Barakah means blessing. What does Salah mean? What does it mean? You can't say Allah send your
I have
blessing.
to do more research on that one.
You better do it.
Because I know there's a back and forth with that one. So I remember
There is no back and forth. So let's go on and hit it.
I remember the,
It's not a-
I remember the debate with. I remember seeing the debate with. Was it in Istanbul?
Yeah,
Istanbul, that one?
no, I was in New York. But do you remember what he said? He admitted there's Allah prays for Muhammad, not to Muhammad. Allah Salah Muhammad, not to. Okay, good. Can even go listen to the debate again. I'll give you $1 million and it's on camera. If David said Allah prays to Muhammad, he never said it. He said Allah prays for Muhammad. And what did the hijab say? I know, I'm going to give you a free Arabic lesson. Allah prays for, not to. Okay, but he admitted. Allah prays for Muhammad. He admitted.
Oh,
But you guys got so hung up on Allah. You just couldn't get kafir. But you were not paying attention.
Oh,
Or how about Muhammad Hijab's mistake? Because yeah, Elijah means God with us. That's what he says. And they say, you guys only want to hear what you want to hear.
Wait, I don't think they like the inside.
Of course it doesn't. Muhammad Hijab. Elijah means God with us. Yes. He goes like Elijah. It means God. No. Elijah means my God is John. But you guys were so excited to get David Wood crushed. You were not listening. Anything he said.
But I've watched the whole thing, so I have to. I know I have to watch it. But I'm just
Come
saying,
back to me and tell me. I'll give you even my number. Come back. Yes, he did say Allah, Salah for Muhammad. He says, yes, he does pray for Muhammad.
If you like the work we do, please consider giving this video a thumbs up to help spread its reach and save more Muslims, atheists, and non-Trinitarians on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, we would love to have you on our team. It's completely free. God bless you all.